All right, welcome back. So ACT English Session 2 is what we're looking at today. Last time we met, we looked at passages 1 and 2 and discussed rhetorical skills, types of questions. We looked at these 5 in specific: wordiness, omit, best word choice, least acceptable, and whole passage questions. You should have a pretty good understanding of these 5 rhetorical skills questions. We're going to do some review over these in session 3. We won't look at them much today because if you remember, the English test is split into 2 big topics. One is grammar and one is rhetorical skills. This part is done. We're going to move into the grammar side of things today. Okay, so if you will flip back with me, we're going to look at page 18. And we're going to take some notes today over the grammar structures. These are the 7 or 8 rules that we're really going to spend some time with today. The first is complete thoughts, how to end punctuation, how to use end punctuation, I should say. The second, we're going to re-emphasize non-essential clauses. Hopefully this is already decently understood because we've talked about it a little bit with session 1. Apostrophes, when to use apostrophes: when it's ownership, to show possession, and when to use it with contractions or to break words apart. The fourth thing that we're going to look at today is I versus me. The fifth is who versus whom. I'm not a fan of that word. I hope at some point it just goes away from the English language, but at this point in time, it hasn't. And so we need to figure out how to use that. 6, prepositional phrases. 7, subject-verb agreement. 8, comma rules continued. So really kind of diving in and hitting these comma rules. There are like, I want to say 5 or 6 comma rules that we'll talk about here in just a little bit. Okay, the first thing that we're going to look at today, complete and incomplete thoughts. So when you think of complete sentences, if I've got a complete sentence and then another complete sentence, what could go in that box? Hopefully you're yelling period. Okay? Normally we would put a period between 2 complete sentences. What else can go there? Semicolons, comma fanboys, and on occasion, a colon. On the ACT, these 4 marks do basically the exact same thing. They act as sentence barriers, or what I'm going to refer to as end punctuation. Semicolons, these are used quite frequently. 99% of the time, I don't know about 99%, it's probably just a guess and an overemphasis, but a large portion of the time, semicolons will be used. And then technically, a colon can be used in that same spot. We'll talk more about this in a minute, but it's used for 3 big reasons: to create a list, as a point of emphasis, or when using a direct quote.